Hey everyone, my name is Austin Neversole, and I wanted to talk about Python's music capabilities. So believe it or not, Python, along with its other vast libraries of capabilities, that is able to produce and work with music. So I want to demonstrate my senior project real quick to demonstrate why I need Python's music capabilities in my project. My name is Austin, so I'm going to demonstrate the Piano Hero, the pretty much final wrapped up project. It has some debug values still showing that I could remove if I wanted to, but here we go. So it's connected to a keyboard here, and right here. Alright, so most of the debug values, so don't worry about that. But as you can see, if I play a note, it picks it up. And so, as these notes fall down, you want to try to play them. And when you play it right, it makes a particle effect. And so yeah, this is right now is teaching you the song What Faith Can Do by Cutlass. And yeah, anyway, so it's gonna go like that for a while, but there's different things in the code that I had to do to make it work exactly like I wanted. So for example, the computer has its own clock and it can measure things in milliseconds. And this song, as you can see here, there's a few beats. So there's that's one beat, and I defined a variable called beat per minute, and that's how fast a song is. And so I kind of show the song, I kind of correlate the song, beat per minute, with the milliseconds of this computer's clock. And that way I'm able to define when the beats are, and also how long each note should be. And the notes are stored, let me open it, the notes are stored in a text document where the first parameter is the MIDI value, which is like all these notes, and the second parameter is if it's a whole note or half note. Third parameter is what beat it starts on. The fourth parameter is what, I guess you'd say what measure it starts on. Fourth parameter is what beat of the measure it starts on. But anyway, it was a very fun project, and it turned out very well. If I had more time, I'd want to add a scoring system. So when it knows you're playing the right note with the particle effect, it will also add a score. It's like +1, +2, tell you how well you did. And also, if I have more time, I'd like to, like as you can see, it's alright right now, but sometimes it doesn't pick it up exactly. Yeah, it doesn't pick it up very well. Like for example, I can show you if I go all the way from the bottom to the top of the key, if you can focus on there. It doesn't pick it up perfectly. Also, I noticed when there's tons of notes on the screen, it slows down a ton, like you might have noticed at the beginning of the song. But yeah, that was my project. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. So that senior project that I did was run off of PYGAME.MIDI. For those of you who were in my senior project class last semester, I talked about PYGAME.MIDI, but I have even more to talk about it now because it's such a vast and really cool library. And MIDI, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, is a protocol that allows a computer and a musical instrument to communicate with each other by sending each other messages. And PYGAME.MIDI uses that MIDI interface to its advantage and lets you work with MIDI instruments. So PYGAME.MIDI can get from a musical instrument various things, but some of those are what note you press, if you press it on or let go of it, that's called note on and note off. It tells you the status of it, which is kind of just like something used by the MIDI library. It also gives a timestamp. It tells you when it was pressed, and it also tells you how hard it was pressed, which is in this case called the velocity. This is PYGAME.MIDI's input capabilities. This is it reading
messages from the MIDI keyboard. Now, PYGAME.MIDI can also do output, and it can output to the MIDI keyboard, making the MIDI keyboard play music just from the computer. But what I focused on that I wanted to use in my project was playing notes through the computer speakers. So when you play a note on the computer keyboard, when you play a note on your music keyboard, even if that keyboard is muted, your computer will play that note through its speaker. And that's what I wanted to do with my senior project. But it can set its own instruments, because MIDI has a lot of various instruments in that, and so it can set an instrument, and this 48 one I believe is the piano. And then you just say note on, sleep for a second, which means wait for a second, and then note off. So that'll play. I didn't write the note in there because I just underlined where it would go, but that would play that note for 1 second. And this can be really useful. You can actually make your own music, and you can do a lot of different stuff with this, and it's really exciting thinking about all the sorts of things you could do. But I was able to try to use this in my senior project, and I think that was really cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. If you're interested in looking at my senior project, I put the GitHub on here, and also docs about PYGAME.MIDI. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your semester. Bye.